Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, my good buddy Rob.
Hello. Greetings from small town Alberta.
Rob's calling him remotely, not at his usual setup.
No, I'm just sitting here with my iPhone in a hotel room in the middle of nowhere. So
awesome.
So it's going to be a little more ghetto of a setup today, but Ryan's going to carry the show like he normally does. So
yeah,
I'm just going to smile and nod.
That was one of our little housekeeping things, I guess. Another one is, we took another week off last week just because the news was light and we had plenty of other things that we needed to be doing.
Exactly.
Rob's tearing apart his games room, and
yes,
I was just busy with work, so it helped that there was a light news week.
Absolutely.
This is episode number 95.
Hey.
Yeah, we're a month and a bit away from the big 100. Big 100, Rob.
Yay.
Well, let's just go right into news so you can get to hanging out.
In
not
small town Alberta.
Not sitting in an uncomfortable hotel chair.
Oh, this is great. It's really good on the old shoulder.
Oh, so, okay, good. Well, first bit of news we will go with is it's been reported that Rockstar's Dundee studio, which is their Australian studio, are remastering 3 PS2 era Grand Theft Auto titles. Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. They're actually, if in the report, they're saying that it's looking to be released in late October, early November, which is
that would be insane.
Yeah, considering we're screeching up on September here. I guess the games are being remade using the Unreal Engine, which wasn't available, or is an older version, whatever they were using back then. So, yeah, I imagine look for this to pop up on all the systems all the time.
Yep. They want to pass Skyrim as the thing you can play on all the things.
So, it's funny you mentioned that. I didn't add it. Yeah, I didn't bother adding it as a news because it was getting a little heavy already. So we got more coming up later in our news here about Gamescom, which is happening right now. And one of the rumors floating around is that Capcom's going to announce a Resident Evil 4 a remake, a la the 2 and 3 treatment, right? Like
right.
But I saw a funny meme come around where it's like, you think you've been released a lot of times? Check this out. And it was, they showed like Skyrim and like all the different boxes of Skyrim, but then they showed Resident Evil 4.
Yes. All the way back to the GameCube.
Yeah. So they have they've been releasing like 2 more generations than releasing it than Skyrim has.
Yep, you bet. You bet. Yep, it's the grandpappy of the play it on everything genre.
It really is. I think I mentioned too, I tried playing it again recently on the I bought it again, probably for the 5th time because I'm a sucker like that. I always have great intentions of like, I want to play it again. I want to have that GameCube experience that I had playing it. And yeah, the controls were just too ancient. Too ancient to wrap my head around. So, anyways, we'll have to see what happens. Gamescom is on here for the next 3 days, so
gotcha.
we'll have a bunch of new news next week for this, or maybe in 2 weeks. Maybe we'll become a bi-weekly podcast. Who knows?
We're getting there. We're getting there pretty quick. So,
Mr. Phil Spencer was on a podcast, and they asked him about, Game Pass on other consoles. And he said it's not looking like it's going to happen, obviously. And he said, quoted, mainly because those closed platforms don't want something like Game Pass on them, which really makes a lot of sense.
It does. It does.
I know a lot of people were hoping, and me being one of them, that it would show up on the Switch. Even using like some of the streaming technology that they're using now with the X-Play, and that's what it's called, right? Their streaming service, X-Play.
Oh, on the Switch?
No, on
xCloud.
xCloud, yeah. That the xCloud would be would show up on the Switch, because it seems like the perfect platform. It's almost like a powerful cell phone. So
a moderately powered cell phone. They still get no slam against the Switch. They keep putting good games on it, but
the closed systems are like, I can see Nintendo not wanting that at all. Like they're just
true.
They're like, no, we're happy selling our indies and and all these. We don't want someone to get a subscription service on here.
Yep, Nintendo will do something on their own, like make some sort of weird peripheral it don't expects, and
it'll sell a billion of them. Yeah.
Yep. It's the new Switch hat. Monitors your thought waves.
So last week there was a new Pokemon Presents, which had a whole bunch of updates about Pokemon stuff coming. Pokemon Unite will be headed to mobile.
Okay.
In September, September 22nd, and it'll be crossplay, so you can play on your Switch or you can play on a phone. So
very nice.
So that's we knew it was coming. Or maybe you didn't, but
you're definitely the resident Pokemon fan in the group here. So
yeah, and I'm not even that big of a fan. But it was always the plan, and that's probably a large reason why Tencent is involved with this game. So,
sorry, I'm just changing using my work phone here for the show notes, and the timeout was set to 30 seconds.
Oh,
so it was starting to get a little bit annoying here, but I think I got it. I'm really holding the show back today. Where did I put it? I'm back. All right, there we go. Hi, folks. We've done this 95 times.
95 times.
95 times.
So apparently there's a free game on the Switch, and it's been there for a while. And it's a Switch and mobile game. It's some sort of a puzzle game. But I guess it was called Pokemon Cafe. And now it's going to be called Pokemon Cafe Remix. It's getting a whole reinvention. So
okay. Interesting.
They talked about the remakes of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are coming. And they mentioned also that there's going to be a new Nintendo Switch Lite console with themed one with the two main characters, Dialga and Palkia.
I was going to say Squirtle. And Charmandazor. Is that one?
There you go. And lastly, they released a whole bunch of more information and showed a bunch more footage of the Pokemon Legends Arceus,
Oh,
Arceus,
okay. Hmm.
which a lot of people were thinking that it was going to be like this open world, like kind of more adventure game. But from the gameplay and everything they've been showing, it looks like it looks a lot more like a traditional Pokemon game with your
Okay.
just searching around for the Pokemon and but it's
Got to
like
catch them all.
gotta catch them all.
I know
And
that line.
and it's got uh just yeah, it's a lot more traditional, I think, than people realized it was gonna be. So I mean I was hoping from the just the way it looked and what they showed initially, it was gonna be more like a Breath of the Wild, but with
Mhm.
Pokemon theme, you know? But
Sure. Yeah.
that is not the case. What do we got next here? The Xbox Series consoles are getting 4K UI upgrades.
Oh, nice, nice. I have heard about this, but I haven't. That hasn't happened yet, right?
No, no, it's not officially out yet. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, I mean I guess that was one thing PS5 had over the Xbox Series stuff is
Yeah.
that their UI they actually redid well they redid the whole thing, but
Yeah.
utilized it for 4K graphics and
Hmm.
um so the next one here is a little sad. The voice actress, Christiane Louise, um, she was murdered.
Oh dear.
Yeah, yeah. And she is most famously known for being Cortana in Halo.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh my.
and also Mercy in Overwatch.
Have to excuse the motorbikes outside. Sorry. That's
No, I don't think we can hear him.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Um, but yeah, it looks like it was an obsessed fan. Um,
Oh no.
yeah, yeah. It happened on July 22nd, actually, and he was caught on Friday, August 13th.
Hmm.
So,
Oh,
uh,
it's awful.
yeah, yeah. So that was sad. I mean, they listed some other games that she had. She was actually the voice of Bayonetta as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Cyber, and League of Legends as well. So
Hmm.
a lot of big names. Like she did a lot of big name stuff there, and
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's a shame.
it is.
People, yeah, obsessed fans, and not we thankfully don't have to deal with that because most of our fans are on a first name basis with us anyway. But
Exactly. Yeah.
it's awful.
All right. Well, now that I brought the show screeching to a halt there,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Let's have some more horrible news.
so the developer of Outriders, a Polish company called People Can Fly, are reporting that they haven't received any royalties yet for Outriders,
Oh
which
dear.
according to their contract would mean that uh, that Square Enix hasn't broke even yet on the game.
Oh.
But from the sales figures that have been released to them,
Mhm.
they think otherwise.
Oh dear.
So, and Square Enix is not sharing information forthright. So, I think we can
Sure.
watch. I think we can watch for this to be bigger news in the future here.
Absolutely. Oh dear.
So, we'll keep an eye on that one for the future.
I mean, it was a lot more popular than the other Square Enix game that came out in the summer there, which is still floundering horrifically.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy. No, I'm just kidding.
Marvel's Avengers.
Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah. So I've been toying the idea of like reinstalling that and just seeing what's been fixed. See if it's any less frustrating.
I have seen some people on a podcast that both you and I listen to
Mm-hmm.
talk about don't waste your time downloading the new update. It's
Okay.
not worth it.
Good.
It's no different.
I will not do it then.
We want it to be good. We really do.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm a I love Marvel, loved it so long. Yeah.
If the story was in a comic book, I think we'd all read the comic book, but
yeah.
It's no one wants to play the game to get the story.
Yeah, especially when the game's so mediocre, the gameplay.
Yes. You're a superhero. You ever would dream of punching 865 identical steel spiders?
Yeah.
And go.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, last week was QuakeCon, which is still something that id Software, ID Software. How would you say that?
Boy,
ID?
I've always said id, but
yeah, so
now to say it.
Huh. Right?
Oh boy, I wasn't prepared to think today. Let's go with id. Someone will correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah. So they opened it up last Thursday, and along with it, they released that day the rumored Quake remaster that had been not so secretly being worked on.
Which, in a funny note, is like the first Quake news at QuakeCon in 25 years.
Yeah,
give or take. But
yeah, I mean, it's all been Doom.
Yep.
Right?
That Doom guy.
That Doom guy.
So handsome.
Wrecking it all.
Yeah.
But the biggest news about it, I think personally, is that it also dropped on Game Pass at that exact moment that they announced it. Boom. On the Game Pass.
I do have it downloaded on the Series S, which I brought on this work trip. So
yeah,
once we're done, I'm going to give it a try.
Perfect. They also released on Game Pass Quake 2 and Quake 3 Arena, but those are only on PC. But Quake, the enhanced version, I downloaded it on my console too, and just haven't had a chance to get over there.
Oh yeah,
get over there and give her a try.
Give her a try. No do to boot it.
No do to boot it.
We're Canadian.
No do to boot it. Oh, what else we got here? Oh, so Call of Duty announced their new game last week as well. When I'm talking about all this news from last week, it happened later in the week, so it would have been on this show anyways.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go with that.
Yeah. So it's being called Call of Duty Vanguard, and it's happening right after the end of World War II.
Like World War II the game, or World War II World War II?
World War II World War II.
Okay.
So
wasn't the original Call of Duty after World War? Oh, that was World War One.
Yes, it was after World War One.
And so then they had 75 ones in between, and now it's World War II.
Yeah. So
okay. Sorry, carry on.
No,
you're doing a great job.
I'm actually not. I'm not really the only Call of Duty I've been playing is the new one, their battle royale. I'm not too familiar with the whole mythology, but this one, the story mode happens right after the end of World War II, and you're actually hunting down. From what I got from it, looks like you're hunting down Hitler and his henchmen.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah. NHL 22 announced.
Yes. Which normally we'd be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Another one.
What do you want to talk about this or?
Sure. It's like one of two things I actually know a little about here.
Yeah.
So yeah, for years years and years, EA had been slowly migrating all their sports series to the new Frostbite engine. But every year, conspicuously, NHL did not get it. They were still on the old, oh gosh, what was it called? It was the one from it and one of the UFC series were the only ones on this old engine. And they announced this year that it's moving to the Frostbite engine. So graphics will get a nice shiny overhaul. And hopefully soon a PC release. Because the PC does the Frostbite engine.
Ignite is the name of the old engine.
Ignite. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And so very excited. I'm gonna have to actually try it out here.
Yeah.
Because it'll be on Game Pass through EA's affiliation there.
Yeah, it might not be right away.
You get that 10 hours of new titles through EA's Xbox affiliation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can try it out for 10 hours and then see what you think. 10 hours with NHL would probably be a good sample size of what the new game's like.
I usually wait till it seems like February-ish they have a big sale where it's down
and then
to
it's like $5. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually wait till then to pick it up.
And this year, for the second time in the last 5 years, is going to have Austin Matthews.
Oh,
Dreaded, hated Toronto Maple Leaf, and his horrible mustache.
Yep.
Also on the cover. That's not really video game news. That's an Edmontonian's bias, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, where's Connor with his epic beard?
Right? Well, I guess he was on 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to. You'll have to let me know how it is, because I won't be playing it right away.
Yep. I'm sure they will add 4 new features and still charge the whole $80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
if we get 4 new features.
Well, no, the graphics. The graphics are the big feature. That's the jazz.
That's right. The jazz.
So, want to feel old, Rob? Older than you already do?
I was going to say my shoulder's killing me, and I hurt my foot driving. So, I don't know if any news you have here could really do worse than that. But let me know.
How about Sunday was the 30th birthday of the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, I saw that. Holy mackerel.
Uh-huh.
I still remember getting that new as a young lad.
Yeah, 16-year-old Ryan just
Yeah. I was gonna say it would have been holy mackerel. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's been a big part of my life, the SNES.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Nintendo.
Happy birthday, Super Nintendo. Just a little update here. So there have been talk and have been registered that the PS5 was getting a hardware refresh already.
Oh yeah.
And they kind of stealthily started selling it in Australia and certain parts of Europe. This newly refreshed PS5. So the two big differences with it. So that fancy base that it sits in to stand up. There's 2 different ways to put it on, where it's either supporting it if you're laying it horizontal or if you're using it vertically.
Sure.
But you had to have a screwdriver to attach the base. So now they've changed that to a thumb screw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty epic. Hopefully it gets better from there. That's like Nintendo levels of refresh. You like the kickstand, Johnny? How about we make the kickstand wider. Oh, losing my base here.
Oh,
Oh,
you
come back, come back. There we go.
you got all excited. And
Yep.
the other thing is that I mean this thing, the old model weighs 8.6 pounds, and this new model weighs 7.9. So they lost some weight in there too.
Okay.
So
Is that really the only two things that are different?
yeah, I mean there's some like no one's been able to tear one apart yet officially.
Sure, fair enough.
So they're not sure what like processor wise or memory wise or anything like
Oh,
that.
did I lose you?
Oh, I still got your audio, but
Hello,
you're moving.
Ryan.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Oh, are you back? Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Now can you hear me?
Hey, there we go. There we go.
It muted me for some reason.
So for the recording, Ryan's been having intermittent internet outages, and I'm in a hotel Wi-Fi, so we don't know what to blame for this.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you left off.
Oh, we were just talking about the PS5 revision, and that was pretty much done.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then the last bit of news is, as I mentioned at the top of the show there, we're talking about Gamescom, which is a game developer conference. Surprise, surprise, with a name like that.
Named very well.
Yeah. And but Xbox had their presentation today, which yeah. One of the big things they announced is that xCloud will be coming to the Xbox One consoles this holiday season.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So any of these like Series X and S optimized games, you'll be able to play through your Xbox One.
Well, that is very cool.
Yeah, right? Um, what else we got here? There's a bunch of Forza Horizon 5 stuff because that game actually comes out this November. You know, we're a little over 2 months away to, a little less than 2 months because it's November 9th that it comes
Great.
out. But they announced, and this is one of those things that makes me a little angry, Rob.
Oh.
I didn't get a chance to watch the actual trailer for this yet,
Mhm.
but they've announced a new controller, a Forza 5 controller.
Okay.
So the part that makes me a little not so happy
Mhm.
is they're charging $10 more for this controller
Mhm.
than the standard Xbox controller, but it's going to have some DLC exclusive to if you have
Oh,
the controller.
no.
Yeah, man.
That's not good.
Yeah. You know what? But you know what? I'm gonna go for it and just try. I'm gonna share to you the screen.
Oh boy.
Because what else could go wrong, right?
We're cooking with gas here. Okay. Ryan Cashmere started. Oh, that's hideous.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. The big thing is it's translucent,
Okay.
and but
Oh,
yeah, it's not. I guess it's festive and it's, I don't know.
sure.
um,
And is it a special controller? Like it actually, that looks like just a regular Xbox One control or a series controller.
it is, and they mentioned it in the summary notes that I saw, but about the exclusive DLC,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't mention any. I went right to the page because they said you could start pre-ordering it if you wanted to, and yeah, I don't know about you, man. That's not
No,
something. I mean, the only thing that marks it as a Forza controller is the H on the back here, right? Oh, I guess this symbol here too, the kind of F right there, but
Sure.
yeah,
Looks like a unicorn vomited on it.
right.
Uh, locking DLC behind a controller is just dirty pool, right? That's, I mean, what does one of those controllers go, like 60, 70 bucks? Like,
well, it retails for right now for $64.99 American. But this one, because it has the DLC, it's going to be $74.99. I've never, I've heard DLC locked behind a bunch of things like pay wise,
mhm.
but have you ever heard of it locked to a piece of hardware like that?
No, not unless it was
Right?
like the I mean, I guess amiibos sometimes,
Mm, mm.
but I mean,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I guess there was still something to be said, like it was a unique little figurine, I guess, and I don't know. That's and they say that's the only way to get that DLC is the controller.
That's what it says. I have to. I'm gonna watch a video. I should have watched a video before we started here, but I'll report more on it next week if it's anything. Because I imagine if word of this gets out, um,
Yeah, absolutely.
people will be up in arms about it.
Yep, yep. Oh dear.
What else did the Xbox announce here? So also they had another trailer of a bunch of upcoming Game Pass games. But
Hmm.
the biggest news out of that is that they're adding Humble games to the Xbox Game Pass library.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, um, what like the one Humble game I can think of off the top of my head is Slay the Spire, right? That's a
Hmm.
Humble. Um,
Right. Is that not on Xbox Game Pass already?
it is already, yeah.
Okay.
But all the other ones that they make that aren't, um, we got a little time here. Humble
Sure.
games. Uh, there's no way. Okay, what do we got here? A lot of these games I don't recognize the name of. Archvale, Chinatown Detective Agency,
Okay.
Flynn, Summit Crimson, Midnight Fight Express, Next Space Rebel, Signalis.
Hmm.
Yeah. Unpacking, which actually I've heard is like it's the opposite of that Wilmot's Warehouse, where you're like
Okay. So instead of finding places for stuff, you're opening stuff.
exactly and taking them out of the boxes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. They showed a bunch of footage for Dying Light 2.
Okay.
There was a ton of updates for Flight Simulator 2. Uh, Kind of too numerous to mention, but a lot of them are free. Like they're not like DLC packs.
All right, on.
Yeah, they've announced a new racing mode. There's going to be a series of historic planes. Um, Updates to Germany, Switzerland, and Austria.
Ah.
Yeah. And an electric air taxi that is going to
Ooh.
pave the way for helicopters in a future update.
Oh my. Because some of the planes aren't hard enough to fly.
Right?
I'm gonna fly a helicopter.
Um, they showed some footage of Age of Empires 4, which is coming to
Right.
PC on October 28th.
I keep forgetting that.
Uh, Crusader Kings 3 is announced coming to the Series X and S, which is a big PC title.
Okay.
Yeah. And it will be coming to the PS5 as well. But they had the console, next gen console announcement trailer at their show.
Right on.
Yeah. So more stuff coming from Xbox. But I think that's all we got for news.
Boop, 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 boop. News.
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 So Rob, what you been playing? Give me a little break here.
Sure. Sure. Well, my shoulder's finally starting to get a little bit better here. So I got my first 2.5 hour video gaming session in over the weekend, which honestly I would have played this even if the shoulder was at its peak pain, because Diablo 2 Resurrection Beta came out. And I did try it on both the Series S and the PC, but played it mostly on PC. It did have the cross save, so I was able to carry the character over.
Very nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll just try it out. I played that game to death. I'm sure it's not going to hold my attention. And it's 3 hours later.
Yeah.
Right. Everything, it's still the same game. It runs dreamingly in 4K on my PC, which is not I have a previous generation video card. It's not anything brand new and shiny, but it just looks like Diablo 2 with a whole bunch of little graphical tweaks and updates, like reflections in the water and the cutscenes. If you're going to do anything, the demo was just the weekend, so you can't try it now. But if you're going to check anything out about it, check out the cutscene differences between the old one and the new one. It's night and day. It's like it looks really good. It played great. I didn't have any problems with it. There were some improvement of life stuff, like there in the chest in town. You had one chest that you had a bunch of tabs, and so the chest had personal for you could drop stuff off, and had 4 tabs for shared, so you could twink out your other players a little more easily. So made it all the way to rescuing Deckard Game. That was not to spoil a 25-year-old game, but was it 25? No, I guess it's closer to 20. But yeah, you don't have Deckard Game in the beginning. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
So I've ruined the first part or most of the first act, but it ran really well. It's a shame it only ran a weekend. I'm hoping there's a little bit more there, but I guess we don't have a terribly long time till the full meal deal. It's a shame also that Blizzard has all the negative press that they do around now, because
yeah,
it's hard to enjoy a game of theirs right now. Not to sound like a social justice warrior, but in this case, it was real bad. It wasn't like a minor, oh, cancel culture, ha ha ha. No, they had a Bill Cosby room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's not cool. But they have fired a bunch of people, said some of the right things. Hopefully, turns around. Like, I don't know. Still awful. Have to wait and see what the happens with the lawsuit, of course. But aside from all the evilness and awfulness, the game was really good. So yeah. And that might be all I played. Did a lot of like you were saying, the tearing apart the game room there, because I came upon a 4K TV, so I had to do some shuffling, and it became like a weekend project, and it's still only mostly done. But yeah, next time we do the video at home, I will have a different game room for you to look at there. So
excellent.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay.
And that'd be about it. That's all I got. I do have a couple of games I'm going to do with this out of town work. I'll have some nights where I'm sitting in the hotel room by myself anyway.
Yeah.
So I do have a couple of things pre-downloaded. I've got Psychonauts 2, which I can actually play tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna try out some the other thing I said, Quake. Yeah,
Quake. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I got some things coming. I'll have more to report next week. So how about you? What No Man's Sky have you played lately?
Well, I loaded up because it's been sitting on my PC for months, literally, because Brent's
Mm-hmm.
been bugging me to try it. And you tried it last time we talked, so I'm like,
Yep.
oh, I gotta give this a try now.
Mm-hmm.
after,
Yep.
after and yeah, I played some State of Decay too, put a few hours into that.
Very nice. Very nice.
Uh yeah, I like it. I like it so far.
Mm-hmm.
Once I told you we were chatting on the weekend there, and I
Yep.
told you I had played it, and what was the first thing you asked me?
What did you think of the controls?
Yeah, they're a little clunky.
They're a
They're
little
they
clunky,
feel
yeah.
they feel a little clunky. They're not like games nowadays seem to like there's almost like a universal like understanding like this
Mm-hmm.
button goes here, this button goes there.
Yep.
You click your R3 button to run and like, things like that.
Yep.
They definitely did their own thing.
They sure did.
And then I was like, well, how old is this game? And I think it's only a 2 or 3 year old game. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like it's like 5 or 6 years old. Like it
Yeah. The
um
actually trying to target people, like the when you're trying to move from one side to the other, it's just like it doesn't turn quite right.
yeah,
I don't know if they were going for like something a little more realistic, but um, uh,
yeah.
it's a good thing the game is as fun as it is because the controls almost kill it. But
Almost, but I really liked the whole gathering and like building up my
yeah,
outposts. Like my learning curve right now is still like this. Like there's still so
mm-hmm.
much I got to figure out about this game. And I'm probably 3 hours in.
Oh,
So,
nice.
um, the other thing that I had to kind of wrap my head around is like you have your parties. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had like you have like 4 people that you start off with, and I don't know, like the way I like to play games, I like to just pick one of those people, and that's my guy. That's my guy I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna play all the
My guy
time.
right there.
But you you can't do that. You can't just play one guy. Well, you can, but it makes the
Mm-hmm.
game very difficult. You have to
Sure.
just get
Yep.
used to being like, okay, I'll take these two out now, and then I'll take these two out, and then I'll mix
Yep.
up the
Yep.
groups because this guy got hurt a bit, and
Mm-hmm.
like so that's a little bit to run your head around because I mean, the one guy I was playing, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give you the best gun I found so far and the best clothes, and you know, and then I'm like,
Yep.
oh, he's exhausted. I need to let him rest. Um, so
This other guy has a spiked club.
yeah, I'm like, oh, do I get him to give this guy?
Yep.
um,
Yep.
so yeah, I'm gonna definitely put some more time into it, and maybe if things work out here, we can do a stream one weekend of us joining together in a game.
Sounds good to me.
Also, I can see why like yeah, the zombies are not scary in this. They're just fodder.
Oh, yeah.
They're just fodder. They're not so far anyways. There's been nothing
Mhm.
scary about them. They're just the wild beasts that are out to get you.
Yeah, you bet. You bet.
What else? Oh, so I fired up Subnautica because there was a next gen update. Fired it up on the PS5 there because I
Mhm.
owned it over there, and it looks pretty. It looks super pretty, but in like it just reminded loading it up just reminded me why I'm so like angry with the way PS5 is doing things this gen.
Mhm.
And so I loaded up my PS4 game and then
Mhm.
I did an update and downloaded the PS5 version. And
Mhm.
so now you look on my drives, I got 2 versions of the game are both there, taking up hard drive space.
Right.
And then, if you want to free up the space, you can go delete your PS4 version because it's not needed anymore.
Right.
But um So, but yeah, other than that, I didn't want to put too much more time into it. I just really wanted to see how pretty they made it because I mean that game looked great already.
Oh, sure.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, they some great lighting stuff and
Hmm.
just really sharp looking. Uh, Something I didn't have on my list here, but I'm gonna add it right now because I just thought of it. Um, I I've gone back to Miles Morales as well to
Hmm.
finish up because I finished the game, but there was still I was only at like 75% complete. So
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm going back and I'm doing all the side missions now because I want 100% it.
Hmm.
And yeah, that game's so good. That game is so much fun. Um, and speaking of old games, I guess we weren't really, but going back
Hmm.
to games. So I have the embarrassing, being a gamer, I have the embarrassing thing to admit that I'd never played a Halo campaign
Right. Right.
ever.
Hmm.
Any Halo playing I've ever done it, at a party or at a friend's house for a couple hours like that. That's pretty much my Halo experience. So
You're a recreational Halo player.
I'm a recreational Halo player. So I've been firing it up on the old on the Series X there, and
Hmm.
I've been broadcasting my play to Twitch. Just me playing through the first game there on campaign mode. So I thought it'd be clever, and
Hmm.
so I broadcasting off the Series X, and then I'm like, oh, their cross save stuff is great, um, but it doesn't. Uh, and this makes sense. It'll save if you finish the mission, but um, on
Mm.
if I'm not quite done a mission and I've paused it on the console,
Hmm.
it doesn't take me to like the checkpoint in that.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it acknowledges through through the Master Chief collection there that I've finished certain chapters,
Hmm.
but it won't, which makes sense. Like
Hmm.
uh and I'm not mad at that, but I'd fired it up on the computer because I was gonna play some with like because I'm not doing any commentating or anything. I'm just broadcasting me playing it.
Sure.
Um, but I was gonna do some audio video and broadcast it off the computer here. And then I'm like, oh, I don't do I just start the next chapter? Because it says I'm like because I know I'm almost done this one, it seems like, but so I didn't and um yeah. Uh I've also been just killing time playing like some Jurassic World Evolution and Two Point Hospital again. I really like those
Hmm.
games. They're just some
Hmm.
good mindless fun, like de-stressing, like just zen, like managing, creating games.
Sure. Yeah.
But so Two Point Hospital, I first played that on Game Pass on PC, and I played it and I loved it.
Hmm.
But then I kind of reached a point where I was almost done the regular campaign, and that if I wanted to play any more of it, I needed the DLC.
Hmm.
So I stopped playing it at that point, and I was watching for the DLC to go on sale on the Xbox store,
Hmm.
and I never seen it go on sale. But then Steam had a crazy sale,
Hmm.
and it was like 23 or $24 for like the game and all its DLC and all the add-ons, everything, right? And so I picked it up there. But that added like because me and you were talking about this again with Forza Horizon 5, where I'm not gonna. I was gonna go out and buy the Ultimate Edition right off the bat, like drop the
Hmm.
$110 and own a copy of Forza 5. But
Right.
I think I'm going to. I was looking on the pre-order page, and you can just pre-order the Ultimate Bundle, which adds it to the game, which is only
Hmm.
$55.
Hmm.
So it it's an interesting thing that you don't really think about like on Game Pass because so many games are just like try for a minute or try for an hour and you don't play. Like there's not too many like what would be a good term for like a forever game, like something you're going to play
Hmm.
lots and lots and lots of,
Oh, you
right?
bet. Yeah. Hmm.
Uh, like um so do you stay loyal to Game Pass and just buy the DLC off there because they've given it to you for
Mm.
your $12 a month or or whatever it works out
Right.
to, or do
Yeah.
you
Yep.
hunt a deal elsewhere?
Hmm.
It's an
That's
interesting dilemma.
that's a good point because if you could buy DLC and then 2 years down the road the game's not on Game Pass and you don't own it, I guess.
Yeah. So one thing I know they do is on the console for sure, if a game's leaving Game Pass, it goes on sale.
Right.
And
Right.
there's like a Game Pass sale price. I've seen that a couple times. I've checked that out. But I mean, I guess I'm in a good position where I can shop around between the consoles and PC and just find the game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But like how about like a game like Outriders? Like I'm gonna play that again. Like I've loaded it up on the console because it's not
Yep.
out on the PC. And I was gonna go through and play it. But what happens if I end up really liking it and there's some DLC?
Hmm.
I guess I'll have to.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
You
not. I'm not.
bet.
I'm not sure how the sales work out on uh like uh, I don't know. Like you see games go on sale a lot. Do you see
Hmm.
DLC go on sale a lot? Like on anything? Like I'm
No, I
not.
guess if anything, they'd have a bundle.
It's like a bundle,
Oh,
right?
let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
Sorry, I've been driving a lot today.
yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. Just interesting, first world problems.
It is. It is. There are too many games to play.
There are too many games to play.
Um,
I uh I should also mention I did the same thing with uh oh my goodness. Frost no Frostpunk. Yeah.
Frostpunk, yes.
I
The game you broke Brent's heart there.
I finished it and he hasn't yet.
I thought you said you weren't going to. Wasn't that the one you said you weren't really
Oh no, that was
gonna stay up
Cloud.
on?
That was Cloudpunk. That was
Oh, Cloudpunk.
yeah,
Okay.
close. Yeah, that was it. That was
So many
that.
punks.
So many punks. No, Frostpunk is another like management like strategy game, and man,
Right.
I played it and I finished a campaign on Game Pass.
Hmm.
But again, I wanted to experience the DLC now, and
Right.
then big old crazy sale showed up on Good Old Games for it.
And you're
So
like, don't mind if I do.
yeah, I want to try
Hmm.
so the only downside is I can't transfer that save game, so I got to do the
Sure.
campaign again. But
Hmm.
you know what? I had so much fun the first time, and I think I remember enough.
There you go.
You know what I didn't have in the news here is or did we talk about it last? Um, did we talk about Frostpunk 2 last week
I,
or 2 weeks
I
ago?
don't remember it. No.
Oh, so they dropped a teaser trailer for Frostpunk 2,
Okay.
and it looks like oil is the big deal in this one, like
Ah.
the battle for oil. Because I mean, it's in almost Victorian times, like
Hmm.
you know, early 1900s, right?
Right. Right.
But they have all this crazy steampunk technology. But it looks like the new battle, instead of just keeping warm, is the battle for oil. That's what I got from the trailer, anyways. So I'm
Makes sense.
kind of stoked for that because I really enjoyed that game. So I think that's all I've been playing. I think that's enough.
I'm glad you were carrying the what we were playing section today because yeah, haven't been playing a lot, which has become the running Rob theme of this show. So
I don't even think Rob likes video games.
no, I don't even know. I played a whole bunch of like 5 minute clips as I was testing systems as I was plugging them back in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So there you go. I played 5 minutes of Road Rash for the 3DO and
Awesome.
4 minutes of Vigilante for TurboGrafx 16. And
Did you get a switcher for those, or are you just?
yeah, I've had the switcher. You bet.
Okay.
But right
Okay.
now they're just going into a plain component or composite, depending, to HDMI converter. I know we were talking about maybe I might look up for one of those retro tanks.
Yeah.
That can do a little more line doubling and make it look a little prettier. So
Yeah. You have to let me know what the research gets you on that.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
You bet. Yeah.
All right. Well, unless you have something that's making you grumpy this week, I think we can. Do you have anything making you grumpy this week?
Canada called a federal election.
Video game related?
No, I'm good.
All right, well then I'll bring this crazy train on into the station and just thank everyone for hanging out with us here while we've been talking. If you want to reach out to us, you can reach us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. You can send us questions, comments, requests. We'll take anything.
That was also a mask, not a thong or anything. It wasn't anything too weird. I know I'm by myself here, but
you're like, guess what I'm wearing later? A mask and not much else.
The company I'm doing the work for here requires a mask still, so that's why I'm carrying that. I can't disclose the name, but it rhymes. No, I'm just kidding. I can't say that either. So
my company is doing that too. I have to to still wear a mask as well. So yeah, but still not the new normal.
Carry on with the outro. I apologize.
No problem. If you weren't derailing the outro, Rob, I wouldn't know. I would think something was wrong.
It's true. It's kind of a time-honored tradition. Like, also leave in the comments which breakfast items you want me to pre-order from the to-go list. Have your choices of double chocolate muffin, blueberry muffin, or banana nut muffin. I don't know why I'm saying this, because by the time this video is posted, I won't be in the hotel anymore. But
go with the breakfast sandwich. I saw there. Always go with the breakfast sandwich.
Right. Well, I can get one of each. Maximum of 6 items. Yeah.
Oh
boy. Yeah.
Hungry boy.
Different categories. Yeah. Get a fresh apple.
Oh boy.
Fresh banana. Maybe a mandarin fruit cup. An almond milk. Anyway, sorry. Yes. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, really. You can check out more of our stuff at Facebook. Just on the Facebook there, check out the Grumpy Old Gamers, and we have a website, thegrumpyoldgamers.com. We post all of our original stuff there. And yeah, I think with that, I can say good night and thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week, or maybe in 2. It'll be next.
No promises.
No promises.
Have a good night, everyone.
See ya.